Welcome back to the D&D Talk Wrestling Weekly Rewind,
We got merch!
where we go over this past week's news and notes happening in professional wrestling.
We got merch!
Oh, all right. Seth Rollins approves. Look at him.
Yeah, so we got some stickers in this week, finally.
And that is the first of many things that we have planned to come. Up next is, what do we got?
Wristbands.
Wristband?
That should be...
Brands?
Wristbands. That should be, I don't know, like another week or two, I think. They're sitting in Jamaica, New York right now, currently.
All right, well. Also, we're planning on doing some pins.
Oh my god, we need pens.
Yeah.
We need pens.
That's a big one. That's going to be a big one. Just, stuff we want to hand out to people.
We do have one saved for our biggest fan. She was sick this week.
Yeah.
Hi, Colleen.
Hi, Colleen.
But we do have some saved for you. So.
We hope you feel better. Hope to see you soon.
Don't cry when you see this part.
No. You could leave a like and comment. All right. So, after my best impression of Mick Foley and the Cheap Pop, what do you think? Shall we get into this?
I think we should get into it.
All right.
So, we'll start with last week's Dynamite. It's kind of weird opening because I feel like they're trying to do like the WWE stuff and start in the back.
I heard it was explosive.
I mean, it was a little explosive, I guess you can say.
Well, the word dynamite.
Right.
Never mind.
Yeah. So Renee was outside in the parking lot. I feel like the parking lot is the most dangerous area for wrestling.
It is.
Especially the NXT parking lot.
The NXT parking lot is by far.
She was out. It's terrible. That's the thing in the game. An area.
Oh yeah, the NXT parking lot is in WWE
I saw that.
2K25. Also, the warehouse, which is awesome.
I can't wait to wrestle on the fist.
There's not a lot of times in my life that I'll make this statement,
Oh man.
but I cannot wait to jump off the fist. Not gonna lie.
All right, so Dynamite last week. It started out with Renee outside trying to get a word with Jay White, talking about the Death Riders, obviously, because he's trying to go after Mox for the title. The Death Riders show up. FTR shows up behind them. Of course, the brawl ensues. My funniest part is right before the brawl ensues, you see Mox go to whisper to Marina Shafir. She just walks over, picks Renee up on her shoulder, and just walks off with her. I was like, oh, he was like, hey, get my wife out of here. Then ended with a brawl inside. Edge trying to get a title shot. Mox is like, no, you're too old, you don't need one, whatever. The first match of the night was Will Ospreay versus a Don Callis family member. Ospreay's in the ring waiting. Don Callis comes out and he announces Mark Davis, who was a shock to everybody because he was in Aussie Open, United Empire with Ospreay. So it was kind of a shocking thing that he was part of the Don Callis family. Ospreay went with the Hidden Blade, of course, because that's like his go-to thing. That's his move. That's his style. After that, there was a little brawl because Omega came out because of their match next week in Australia. After that, your boys, the Hurt Syndicate, came out. MVP grabbed the mic because that's all he ever does. It just goes on the mic and does whatever.
Let's be honest, he's really good at talking.
Oh my god, yeah, he's good at promo, especially now, like later on in his career.
Oh yeah, he's probably one of the best promos in wrestling right now.
After that, it goes black, and I think a lot of people thought the Hounds of Hell were going to come out, but the Gun Club finally came back. Austin and Colton. Their intro, I don't know why, but their intro was awesome. They did one with Many Men.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was such a banger. They came out, they challenged for the belts, so next week they're going to have a title match for the belts. After that, the Hounds of Hell were actually out because it was the Hounds of Hell against Kenosha Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher does one of those disgusting brainbusters like on the turnbuckle that I always feel like somebody's going to like lose a thing out of their spinal cord for it. That's how he actually won the match, I believe. Yep, assisted brainbuster after the match. After that, we had, this was kind of weird, Queen Aminata, and then it was announced, Justin Roberts announced versus Toni Storm playing as the Glamour Mariah May. So she came out, Mariah May's music, Mariah May's ring gear, like her moves, her moveset, all of that, her mannerisms. She actually, then Mariah May was on commentary, and she's like, she can't be Mariah May, I'm Mariah May, but like, Toni Storm, the whole time the Toni Storm thing is amazing.
Oh yeah, no, I love that. But I do want to say though that it's just a more serious version of Eugene.
Oh my god, it is.
Eugene would just steal everything.
Yeah, oh my god, it is.
Yeah. But I mean Toni Storm's absolutely amazing.
Right. Tony Storm did win with the Mayday, obviously. And then somebody went to, I don't remember who was in the ring trying to talk there. And she's like, no, I want to talk to Mariah May because they're having, I believe they're also having the match next week in Australia for the title. After that was the final match of the night, Swerve versus Ricochet, which they've been having amazing matches. Swerve was coming out, Ricochet blasted him with a chair. So you know as soon as that starts, you know it's like, oh, cool, we're going to have a good match. It was pretty good. Near the end, Swerve went for his Swerve Stomp, like off the top. The angle looked really weird because Ricochet like put his knees up, but also put his like arms up to block his face, and he low blowed Swerve coming down, which was like a really weird way to see it. And then Ricochet hit his spirit gun to end the match. After the match, Prince Nana came over to make sure he was all good and stuff, and I guess he had on like, one of his jackets that he would always wear, like a meaningful jacket to him. So, of course, Ricochet stole that and he's wearing that now. But this needs to end in like a cage match or something big like that because this rivalry is really good.
It is.
I mean, it's been going on since Lucha Underground, if you think about it. Killshot and Prince Puma.
Definitely has a long history, that's for sure.
I love ones like that.
Oh, yeah,
they just go through like company and company and company and company.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, we're getting to it with the WWE side, but we have one of those starting up now as well.
Oh, God, yeah. So that's all for Dynamite. I didn't put anything down from Impact because nothing really stuck out to me. There was like Wesley was there again with his two. I don't even know who those two guys are that are with him. I think eventually they're doing the Hardys versus Fraxium, which might be cool. But like,
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Jeff Hardy, man. Ever since the Jeff Hardy John Cena thing, I'm just like, yo,
you're holding a personal vendetta against Jeff Hardy.
I really am, and I don't know why. I'm just like, yo, really? If you weren't into jokes, you'd be bigger than John Cena. Get the hell out of here. What if you said that about Rollins? You'd be the same exact way.
No, because Rollins and Cena aren't bigger than, Hardy and Cena aren't bigger than Rollins.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
He's the architect.
What happened on SmackDown?
What happened on SmackDown?
Yeah, what happened on SmackDown?
All right, so we'll start off with this week's SmackDown with Seth Rollins is better than John Cena. God. That's what happened, ladies and gentlemen.
That was the whole 3-hour show. Wow, I must have watched a different SmackDown.
Yeah, they talked very slowly.
I don't remember that happening on the SmackDown I watched.
Anyways, getting into SmackDown, we have SmackDown starting with Jay, his entrance. Man, his entrances lately have been insane.
I love when he gets in the ring. Somebody made fun of him on, I think it was Twitter or TikTok, I don't remember. But he gets in the ring and he looks at the camera and he's like, run it back. And then the weird like move he does to go to the corner, I'm like, that's the best part. Because he's like, hell yeah, we're doing it again, let's go.
I mean, if we think back to Daniel Bryan and how insane that was with the S movement, I didn't think we would ever see anything as big until this.
But we are, shockingly.
And I don't even want... I'd hate to say it, but I feel like that this has the potential to be bigger than that.
I wonder if they're trying to make it bigger than that. Because that was the whole like...
Well, regardless of what people in creative want...
Right, that doesn't matter.
It's the fans that are getting it over. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like...
And then he finds like the little kid and he's like, come on, we're going to do it together.
I mean, we saw Roman Reigns as a face. WWE wanted it, but the fans didn't.
The fans didn't. And now... The day he leaves after Mania, the fans are cheering for him, and he's not even there.
Exactly, because it happened organically. But, yeah, no, his interest has been absolutely phenomenal. Then Cody comes out, talking the respect between those two, and then they're interrupted by Tama Tonga and Jacob. And then a brawl ensues. I mean, I like that little interaction.
I like how it was like, it's supposed to come back to the family, but not you, cousin. It's not coming back with you.
Yeah. So next we had the Elimination Chamber qualifying match. Bianca versus Piper. Bianca hit the KOD for the win and qualifies for the Chamber.
I don't even remember that match, and it sounds bad. I may have passed out a little bit because
maybe you were making some food.
Probably,
possibly, with all those fast food packets I found in your fridge.
Because I have sauce packets in my fridge.
This man has a ridiculous amount of sauce packets.
Like, okay, you don't put sauce on your stuff. You don't put sauce on your stuff.
I feel like it's beyond collecting packets, and we're now at like like a museum.
No, there's a kid that has something like that though. And
like I swear to God,
we're getting super off topic.
I swear to God, I saw something from Top Dog there.
I never even was. I never went to Top Dog in my life.
Anyways, next we have DIY versus Pretty Deadly in a non-title match. Pretty Deadly hit the roll up for the victory. There's a roll up again.
Where's our counter at? We need a scoreboard and just click it.
Or just like a whiteboard where we just do some checks. But I'm personally happy about this because I love Pretty Deadly.
Is that leading to a title match?
They did say that if they beat them, they could challenge them for the titles. Because initially, like, DIY is like, you don't even deserve to face us, blah, blah, blah.
Maybe like the chamber.
Yeah. So, to answer your question, yes, boy.
Oh, God. I'm surprised you didn't wear that shirt yet. Your little half shirt like them.
Oh, that's for special occasions. That might be for a live stream, actually.
It's for our 100th episode.
Yeah. Every hour that goes by, the shirt gets shorter.
You can see a pair of scissors come out.
Yeah. After
no one's got tear away.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Next, we have the Elimination Chamber qualifying match. Drew versus LA Knight versus Jimmy Uso. McIntyre gets the win with a Claymore on Knight.
I heard some of that in that fight wasn't supposed to happen. I heard some of the Drew LA Knight stuff was actually like real feuding.
I heard that it was real feuding, but I also read that like multiple reports said that like they were professional backstage.
That's what I read too.
And then they were just taking shots at each other that they were both actually laughing about.
Can we talk about the promo that happened beforehand? Because I'm still very confused by LA Knight's promo. I've been trying to look this, and if anybody doesn't know, he was mid promo, then he stopped and looked at the dead right in the camera and said, I need to say this. If you're a man or a boy and you're here or you're watching and you need to cry, it's okay to cry. Don't worry about it. You can cry. I looked everywhere and I can't figure out if something happened. Maybe something happened in his real life that he's not talking about. But like it really threw me off.
It did.
Like I have mad respect for it, but I'm like,
I was gonna say like,
why did it happen though?
If there is any part of a promo that could be completely off topic and random, I think something like that would be great.
Like you know,
nobody talks about men's mental health.
This is gonna sound bad. You know how everybody says we're living in the Matrix, everything is whatever. I feel like he got out of the Matrix, said it for real, and then went back into like whatever.
So he's like a robot.
Yeah.
Oh, that explains the voice in the beginning of his entrance theme.
It really does, actually.
It's a robot.
It's a robot.
Next we have actually to piggyback on what you said about a promo before. We have KO's promo. What do you think about that?
What if I say I don't remember it? Was it against Sam? Was it in his car? Was it the one in his car?
Get out.
Was it the one in his car?
Yes, it was in his car.
Of course. I don't know why. I tell he does that in promos in his car.
His promos are gold, man. Like, they're setting up this WrestleMania match with him and Sammy. And like you just said with the Swerve and Ricochet stuff.
It's been going on for companies.
These two have the chance to literally have the match of both nights.
Right.
To be honest. And I'm still going to say, I'm going to still stick with my prediction that I think it's going to be a gimmick match. I think there's going to be something.
There's going to be something. It's going to be
some stipulation.
I really think because he does the package pile driver and it's technically a barred move, even though they don't talk about it, I think it's going to be a no holds barred match so that he can use it and like
no holds barred, last man standing, a cage, something, some gimmick type of match, but they're going to tear the house down.
We've ever seen it? Oh no, I was going to say we've ever seen a cage at Mania, but we have.
And they're just playing into the angle that, you know, Sammy didn't watch Cody win. He didn't help him.
But then he helped Roman.
He helped Roman in the Rumble. Yeah. And just basically that Sammy betrayed him. He's a terrible friend.
But then they show the same promo on Raw, but then they're showing KO hitting Sammy when they were in NXT together. Powerbombing him on the corner of the ring, which we know is the hardest part of the ring.
Well, KO has a selective memory. I think we've known that.
I think we know that.
Next, we have Akira Tozawa versus Carmelo Hayes. Hayes wins with nothing but net. I don't think there's much surprise there.
No, I mean, there's your squash match for the night.
What's funny, though, was after how R-Truth was carrying him.
And he just drops him.
And then he just drops him and then congratulates Jey Uso for being the king of the ring.
Yeah.
That's R-Truth. He's a national treasure. He really is.
Like last week when Priest was walking backstage, he's like, what are you doing here? And he's like, what do you mean, what am I doing here? This is Raw. We're still on the Judgment Day.
We had another Elimination Chamber qualifying match. Candice LeRae versus Alexa Bliss. Bliss gets the win after hitting Sister Abigail.
That's gonna lead to a good chamber.
Oh, that actually in the news at the end, I have who's in it right now, and then the upcoming matches and who could finish it out. So we can talk about that more once we get there. Because you typically get off track all the time. I try to stay 100% on point. You need to let me be able to finish my things.
Drink Prime.
Yeah, shout out Logan Paul. We have next Jey Uso and Cody versus Tama Tonga and Jacob.
That was a good ass match.
That was a very, very good match. Jey and Cody get the win when Rhodes hits the crossroads on Tonga. I really didn't see the champion losing.
Obviously, the champion or the literal main the Rumble winner.
Yeah,
I don't see him losing a match.
But also Jacob's not getting pinned either.
Right.
So.
I feel like that's why they have it with Tama, so Tama can take the pins. Because even last week's tag match, Tama took the pin.
I mean, let's not forget though that how much we wrestling term we push Jacob, right? Like. Tonga is amazing as well.
Oh, God, yeah.
He's such a good worker. But that was a good match. And then at the end, we had a return from Solo.
That was really random.
Who comes in, attacks Cody.
He just gives him the thumb.
Now, I understand, the dynamic between him and Cody, but also, where is it going to leave with him and Jacob?
Right.
Because he just, left him and everything.
Jacob should be like, what are you doing? You left. I had everybody waiting to acknowledge you. You just dipped.
So is it safe to say that he might be...
We're cutting that branch of the bloodline away?
He might be Solo.
Oh, God. No, we're cutting the branch of the tree off. That's what it is.
Just pruning. Oh, my God. All right.
So next we have Collision from Saturday night. Started off with probably my favorite trio there. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong. I mean, Undisputed Kingdom, Undisputed Era. I don't care what they are. They're always going to be
Man, I was such a huge fan of them.
I'm really mad I never got an Undisputed. I never got an Undisputed Era shirt, and it makes me really mad.
Yeah.
But
me too, to be honest.
They were awesome back in NXT, so that they're still together. And I saw a recent video of Bobby Fish. He looks old as shit. He looks like he's 80 years old. He was never
he's the oldest one out of that.
He was never my favorite in that faction. No. Like if I had to rank them, he would obviously be number 4.
Low key, I was always a massive Roddy Strong fan too. And then when he joined, I was so pumped. But I was like Adam. Who doesn't like Adam Cole?
Right.
And Kyle O'Reilly, he was great. Bobby Fish was good, but I guess you could say if we're blind ranking Undisputed Era,
I would say he's probably 4.
Wow. Well, how did this turn into a shoot against Bobby Fish?
Who the hell knows? Damn. So they were facing Daddy Magic, Cool Hand Ange, and Daniel Garcia against Shane Taylor, Sean Dean, and Carly Bravo in I think they called it a 3-way triple threat. Which it was just, it's really weird because sometimes I'll do 3 men in the ring with them. Sometimes I'll do 2. There's never an actual. I feel like when it's 3 trios teams, there's never an actual thing of one team, or is it 2 people in the ring? Because remember SmackDown did it. And Kofi and Xavier are in the ring together.
Yeah.
And they were gonna pin each other. Now we're getting really off track. Adam Cole hit the boom on Carly Bravo to win. I mean, it wasn't a squash match because there's a lot of good talent, young talent in that match, but it was all right. Next was Bandito versus Brian Keith, which is they kind of did like a bounty hunter thing because Jericho put a $200,000 wanted poster out for Bandito, and before Brian Keith was the bad apple Brian Keith, he was the bounty hunter Brian Keith. It was really cool because even how in way back in the day when they would do shoot offs, the 2 guys would be facing backwards, back to back, and they would do the steps and then turn around and shoot. They did it in the ring, but they came at each other with kicks, so it was really cool.
You say shoot offs?
Yeah, way back.
It was like a duel.
Whatever, shoot offs, duel,
draw.
Yeah, like a draw. Yeah.
Shoot off.
Whatever. They shot off. Here? They shot off. That's what they did in the match.
This is about to go from PG to MA real quick.
That's fine. Bandito won with the 21 plex, which is basically a belly to back, I believe.
Excuse me, I just choked like the Chiefs did in the Super Bowl.
Wow! Shit. You think he still got that ring in his pocket? He was going to propose that when they won. You think he's still holding that ring? Or did he flush it away like he flushed their hopes?
I just find it really convenient that Taylor Swift has a song feeling 22, and that's all the points the Chiefs could score. Jesus Christ.
So for our first squash match of the night, Roosh, Jurlistico, and the Beast Mortos defeated Aries Alexander, Jay Alexander, and Brick Savage. Brick Savage is a cool last name now that I'm reading it, but obviously a squash match.
I might have to say I don't think so. Who wants to be called Brick?
Brick Savage?
Well, Savage is alright, but like Brick?
It's better than Aries Alexander. That's not the guy's real name, though.
I actually kind of like that better.
So Roosh won with the Bull's Horns dropkick, which is like a missile dropkick. Obviously, the first squash match. Second squash match of the night, Dustin Rhodes defeated Izzy James. And then, because he's trying to go against MJ, he cut a promo against MJF Wednesday night. So they're trying to do him against MJF. Because MJF was like, oh, you were in your father's shadow, but now you're in your brother's shadow, isn't even here. And like, yeah. Of course, here we go. Here we go with all that. I don't know if this is the third squash match. I feel like Collision literally just all squash matches. Now that I'm looking this over again,
yeah, sometimes a good squash match.
I mean, this one wasn't really one because these are both talented women. But Thunder Rosa defeated Penelope Ford with the Tijuana Bomb. They're actually both really good. It was a good match, but it was just another like.
You just literally scratched out your ear at the same time. That was so weird.
It's because we're weird. That's the secret code. So
what is it? You need help?
Yeah.
All right.
Mariah May had I forget what she called it. I don't have it written down, which makes me mad. She faced Shay Carmichael, who she was dressed up as Tony. Shay Carmichael was dressed up as Tony Storm, so it was kind of funny. But that was another squash match. Mariah May won with the Mayday. Afterwards, she had like a backpack or a bag with her, and she put Tony Storm's robe on her. And then Tony Storm's butler, Luther, came out to like distract her. So when Mariah May turned around, it wasn't Shay Carmichael, it was Tony Storm in the ring. So they fought for a little bit. That was kind of cool. The final match of the night, Kyle Fletcher versus them boys, Mark Briscoe. I'm so glad Mark Briscoe's still wrestling and doing stuff.
Me too, 100%.
But of course, within the first, 3 minutes, he's gushing. I thought Moxley was in the ring all of a sudden. Yeah. He hit the Froggy Bow a couple times, didn't get anything. Fletcher hit that avalanche brainbuster off the top turnbuckle, which obviously we know they're protected, but every time I see that move, I'm just like, oh my God, like they lose like an inch. It looks so massive. So Fletcher won that match. I don't believe anybody came out at the end. I don't have it written down, but I think that ended Collision. But I feel like Collision's just like a good opening, a bunch of squashes, and then a good ending.
I mean, it's a way to continue stories and everything.
Right.
And like I said, not every match. I think that's what a lot of people like forget.
Right.
Especially the internet wrestling community is that not every match has to be like a 5-star banger. Like squash matches need to happen. They need to happen,
right,
to tell stories. And obviously, some of them in there like told stories. Sometimes, I mean, WWE used to just have random squash matches like.
Sunday Night Heat was
Omos just against two guys for no reason.
Two random guys they pulled out of the crowd.
Yeah.
Sunday Night Heat was just Squash City, like.
But when done right, I think it works.
They do a lot of like recapping more on that show of like what happened on Dynamite or backstage interviews to like get more of the story out.
Still, it works though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good product.
Right.
AEW is a good product. So I mean, can't be mad about that.
No.
Well, I feel like deja vu is setting in, but to start off Raw.
What happened?
We're starting off with a Jay entrance.
Oh
again.
My God! Man. What a shock.
Same as the other ones. Crowd going crazy. Everybody's loving every second of it.
It's gonna sound bad. That little white boy was so offbeat. It looked. I felt so bad.
The one I got hit in the face with the shirt.
No. The first. So when he was coming down, the first kid he pulled.
Oh,
they were opposite, but then he went down more and pulled another kid out, and the other kid was.
He has the rhythm with Michael Cole.
But Michael Cole's getting better, and what's funny is when him and Jay do it, Pat McAfee will be like, "You did a good job. I'm proud of you."
The interesting part about this one is that Gunther interrupts, hits Jay off the table.
I was like, "Oh my God, he fell."
I thought he fell.
I was because the angle was really weird because they're like in the middle of the crowd, and I'm like, "Why are they?"
I think they did that so you couldn't see
Gunther. But I'm like, "Oh my God, Jay fell!" Like,
and then McAfee's like, "Where did he come from?" I'm like, "Oh, so somebody's here."
Yeah.
Then he beats him down.
Then he threw his coat. He threw his coat at that little boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed when he was in the ring, like working on Jay, that McAfee was like turning around talking to that little kid.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
But leaves Jay in the middle of the ring after a bunch of security comes out. Jay grabs a mic and says that he's challenging him.
Shouldn't do it. It's going to be dumb, but Gunther, I want you. The pop?
Yeah.
That place had.
That match is going to be fire. And my early prediction, we will have Jey Uso
he's beating Gunther
as the world heavyweight champion.
No, he's beating Gunther.
100%.
Yeah. We'll probably see him before that, but if we don't, that's when Roman comes back to congratulate Jay. I think we're going to see him before that, but
we should.
Jimmy's, because there's obviously going to be that triple threat match.
Yeah, Roman has to be at WrestleMania, right?
But I think regardless, even if he is back, he's going to come out. Jimmy's going to come out. Maybe Big Keish will be there. He'll come out.
So because I was so rudely interrupting you during your things, I'll try to get through some of this recap.
Hey, that's fine.
Quicker. So
hey, that's fine. We're not worried about it. They're here for the joke, so we're good.
Every week we decide to tell ourselves, hey, we need to, shorten up the weekly
and then it's over an hour.
Yeah, and then every week it gets longer and longer. So,
well, never mind. I was going to say something, but this going on the internet. I'm not going to say it.
I mean, you're here for the news, which you're getting kind of.
Kind of.
And if you're here for entertainment,
you're definitely getting that.
Or you're in the wrong place. Either one.
Yeah, maybe depending on the entertainment.
Yeah. So, we got Liv and Raquel versus Dakota and Io Sky. I do want to say about this match, might have been one of the best tag matches I've seen in a long time.
That cut Liv got? God.
Oh, yeah.
Right here?
Liv got busted open the hard way. That match was amazing.
No, that match was great.
And men, women, I don't even care. Intergender tag matches. That was one of the best tags I've seen in a long time.
I don't think I've ever seen a bad Io Sky match. She's phenomenal.
She's insane. I will go out and say a hot take. That match was better than the tag match that we had at the Rumble. That's how good I think that match was.
The 2 out of 3 falls tag match at the Rumble? I'd say it. That's not a hot take.
Those girls showed out.
They really do. They really do. Liv and Raquel is a great tag team.
They're a fantastic tag team, and I don't think people really understand how much talent is in Damage Control either.
Right.
With those two and Kairi Sane.
And whenever Asuka comes back.
Asuka's been I don't know what's happened with her lately. There's some
weird stuff going on now that I just remembered, yeah.
I'm glad I said I was going to go through these quickly. It
never happened.
We have the Women's Elimination Chamber qualifier, Bayley versus Lyra Valkyria.
I don't like how...
I like that match.
I don't like how Lyra lost.
You know what? I do, though. You know why? Because I think they were going back and forth with each other throughout the whole match. And Lyra tried to hit her with the surprise roll-up, which has been the most devastating move in sports entertainment.
All sports entertainment.
But then Bayley countered the roll-up with, I don't want to say a roll-up, but just countered the roll-up and got the win. So it's like...
I mean more of... I want to say that's her first match since winning that title.
True, but...
Unless I'm not remembering, Chelsea's not in a match, correct? I don't remember.
Actually,
Chelsea she's going to be in one? Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My cheat.
That's fine.
Cheater.
I feel like they don't know what to do with Lyra.
I don't. I think that was a fantastic.
No, it was a fantastic match
showing. Bayley is a multi-time.
Bayley's been on. Bayley's
champion.
Just going to every show, doing whatever.
Lyra came up from NXT and got this title. Like, it's okay that she lost to her. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's Bayley, right? Okay, I understand.
Like Cody beating Seth, that's okay.
Well, I mean, obviously, it's okay.
Or I'm sorry, I just said that the wrong way. If Seth beats Cody in a non-title match.
That's not okay.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Because Seth is a former champion.
I know, I get it. No,
if Punk beats Cody in a non-title match, that's fine.
Right.
There's people that are believable that if they don't have a title, they're going to win.
I feel like they don't know, maybe they don't know what to do with that title. Like, I feel like the women's U.S. title has seen more showtime than the women's Intercontinental title.
I just feel like that we got to let it roll some more. We need some, more stories and stuff, because, look what elevated the Intercontinental title was the Gunther thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now Braun Breaker's in there, just
doing whatever,
cutting people in half.
He hasn't even. Besides the Rumble, he hasn't been on TV.
I think they just need a solid rivalry to get it really going. But there's a lot of women on the roster, so I don't, especially with call-ups and stuff, I don't think there's going to be a lack of availability
opponents.
for people.
Yeah.
Availability of opponents. Look at that. We're professional sometimes.
I mean, I don't know about that.
All right. We have AJ Styles returns. Cuts a little promo in the ring.
That's a low promo.
Yeah.
Where's Priest at? Honestly, Finn, where's everybody at?
Yeah, where's Rhea?
That was really good.
He ends up taking out Dom and Carlito, which, we'll be honest, he looks good for his age.
Oh my god, yeah. No, he's
in fantastic shape.
He looks phenomenal. What a shocker.
That was good. I like that.
Thanks, appreciate that.
Rollins had a promo, just talking about Balor.
Oh, that's right, up in the...
Yeah. Also in the back, I wanted to mention that the quick little stare down between, excuse me, AJ and Braun Strowman.
Braun Breaker.
Yeah,
I do that a lot. That was really random because they just turned and they were there facing each other.
You know what's funny? Because I looked down and it says Braun stare down, and I saw Braun S.
I'm going Braun Strowman. I'm immediately going Braun Strowman.
Yeah,
immediately.
No, that pumped me up a lot because I love Breaker and AJ's one of my top 5.
Yeah, but he did that with Penta, and I was doing that with AJ.
Yeah, because we all want to see these matches. He did that with Solo.
I don't like how Penta wasn't on Raw.
He was on.
He was on main event, and because Kittle was in the crowd.
Yeah,
and then Kittle went in the ring after his match on main event.
But I don't think he needs to be there every week.
Oh my god, everybody's like, he's already doing the main event match. He's not on Raw. They're already dropping him. They're good. Relax, chill out.
You don't want to oversaturate the TV with it. Of course, the fans want to see him in person, but you don't want him there. They ran a vignette for him
because it's him against Butch next week.
What was that?
Butch.
No, that's not his name. Say it correctly, or I will not continue.
Pete Dunne. Okay. But his new shirt says "I'm nobody's Butch" or "Nobody's Butch."
That's hilarious.
But the U is the little star, asterisk star, so you can throw another letter in there.
Next we have the Tag Team Championship match: War Raiders versus the Creed Brothers. And the War Raiders win after Julius Creed hits them with the belt and gets American-made.
I was shocked by that, actually.
Me too. I'm not really sure why that.
Right. That didn't really make much sense to me. Because especially the whole, when I come back, she's going to have this title, they're going to have the tag titles, when Gable said all that, but,
maybe they're just going to prolong the feud?
They could.
I mean, that'd be, a hell of a set of matches, though.
Yeah, that was a good match. It was just the ending, threw me off.
Yeah, the ending was the only thing about it that kind of made me, eh. But, you had Punk's promo. I know, he's one of your favorites. What do you think?
I thought it was, Punk's always going to have good promos, no matter what.
No, I like this promo, how even, Jay, he's not mad at Jay for winning, and Cena's deserving to call his own shot, even though he will beat up Cena.
Right, he was well, he said it, but, I had to bust my ass and win a match, so...
And then Logan Paul ends up interrupting.
I thought it was funny when he goes, the winner of the match is going to be 3 syllables, and I literally went... The main event's going to happen. And he's going, I'm going, Logan Paul. I went, hey, that's 3 syllables. And then his music hit.
I'm impressed that you used your fingers.
I was too. I had to count 3. That's high.
Yeah, once I get over 5, it's game over for me.
I can get to 21. That's about it.
Yeah, it took me 10 years of my life to realize I had 2 hands. So we had the men's qualifying match for Elimination Chamber. Rey Mysterio versus Logan Paul. Logan Paul.
I like that finisher.
I do too.
What the hell did McAfee call it?
I like Logan Paul. I don't know.
I get it.
I just want him to be there more. You know what I'm saying?
I think he is going to be there.
I'm sitting here drinking a Prime, and I'm like, well,
he's right there. What are you talking about?
No, he's a fantastic athlete.
Yeah. I'll still never forget him and Ricochet last year's Rumble when they collided in midair.
I mean, granted, Ray going into it would have done nothing for me, so it's the right choice putting him in there. But right. Does he really seem believable to win that match?
No. I don't ever see him, and I like Logan Paul. I mean, we're sitting here, obviously, drink Prime, whatever, everything else. I don't see him as a world champ ever.
I do, but just not in this...
Not in this scenario?
Yeah.
That was weird.
That was kind of weird.
I was going to say instance, and I went, no, let me go with scenario real
People are going to walk away from this episode with a lot more questions than answers, actually.
Yeah.
After I see what's going on between us. No, in this landscape, I feel like with Cody being the champion, and those other storylines surrounding him, I just don't see how Logan Paul fits into that.
I see him having a match at Mania. I don't see it.
But I do see him as a champion.
Maybe eventually.
I do.
He does, right. He needs to be there more. Which
he has the persona. He has, yeah. And obviously, he has a lot of other things going on. He has a baby. I mean, that's fine.
He's got a baby. He's got a podcast. He's
going to come in and put on banger matches, but is he going to be that champion that's going to be there? Like, we don't want a Brock Lesnar one that barely shows up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then, well, that was the last match, but after that match happened, New Day jumped in the ring and attacked.
It happened for like 4 seconds on TV.
Yeah.
But then the rest of the LWO came out.
I think that's just another tactic to make them more heel because everybody loves Ray. So you just go after the fan favorite and you're getting cheap heel heat, even though they don't need cheap heel heat.
Right? No, they're
amazing heels.
They went against Big E and everyone's like, nah, chill, hold on.
Yeah, that was the easiest way to get your heel heat. But all right, we're gonna roll into next right here, and then we're gonna get into the.
You know what's weird to me?
To the news.
And I'm thinking about this. We have WWE Raw, WWE SmackDown, like AEW Dynamite. We don't. It's just NXT. Like, why is there no?
Well, I mean,
or is it because nobody calls it WWE NXT? It's just NXT, but there's no like. Hey, I'm watching Raw this week. Hey, I'm watching Collision. Hey, I'm watching whatever. And hey, I'm watching NXT. I don't know. It's just something weird that I thought of the other day.
I mean, I don't really say like, oh my God, I can't wait to watch WWE Raw.
Right. Nobody said, but WWE, I feel like even though it's under the same brand, I feel like NXT is just the WWE word. And here we are rambling again about...
I usually say I cannot wait to watch Monday Night Rollins.
Oh my God. All right, so now that that's out there. We started off NXT with Bayley versus Cora Jade. Like we said before, Bayley's been everywhere. It was a good match. Right near the end, her old music hit, her hugger music hit. Roxanne Perez came out dressed as Hugger Bayley. The funny part is there's like that gap where the barricade is and the actual fans are. She's there pretending to like high five the fans and like pretending to hug Izzy, even though there's obviously nobody there. But that made Bayley go outside.
I love Roxanne's heel work.
Oh my God, yeah. Especially like later on when they're like she's like looking at Cora Jade like, yeah, that's awesome, and then she's like, that's not going to happen. I'm not letting that happen. I was like, oh, okay. Cora Jade goes out, hits a D. I don't think she's got a name for it, but she hits a DDT outside, rolls Bayley into the ring, hits another DDT, gets the win on Bayley, which makes Ava come out and say, you know what, now that you won, because there's a triple threat match Saturday for the belt. Now it's going to be a fatal 4-way. Cora Jade's in it because Cora Jade won. Some people seem happy, some people didn't. Whatever. Our boy Obafemi is next into the ring. Yeah.
He's confirmed for WWE 2K25.
I saw that.
By the way, he's going to have like every belt.
Talking trash. He's talking trash about A-Town Down Under because it's a triple threat match. He's trying to get them to break up. Not break up, but get a little tussle between each other, which they came out. They actually kind of did because he was like, hey, he used to ride coattails, now he's going to ride my coattails as a champ. Hey, he used to do the same thing. But it was all like a little ploy, because you can see they're like, no, you thought it was going to happen, it's not going to happen. And I'm surprised they attacked him and like, he was actually down.
I'm surprised there's not an Obafemi for us.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm just saying.
I do like the double team move of, what's Theory's, I can't think of Theory's finisher name. Is it just...
A-Town Down.
It's A-Town Down, right? And then Waller comes in with the rolling stunner. I love that rolling stunner. The way, like, I think I just like it because he goes like through the ropes.
Yeah, because I used to love Sammy when he was outside and he went through the ropes.
Oh, through like the corner.
Yeah,
that was cool. After that was I don't think it was for a tag title win, but afterwards it was confirmed. We had Hank and Tank versus No Quarter Catch Crew versus Josh Briggs and Yoshiki Inamura. I'm glad I got that right. I don't think I did, but I'm confident.
I'm actually proud that sounded right.
I'm pretty sure that's how Mike Rome said it, Inamura. I like Mike Rome as a ring announcer, too.
Me too.
Here we go. Of course, here we go. But it ended with, this is the weirdest name. Inamura hit the diving splashy on Hank Walker to win.
Splashy?
So it was really weird because as I'm watching it, he's on the top turnbuckle, but he's holding them and he's like bouncing coming down. And I'm like, what is he doing? I just thought he was like waiting for something. No, that's his actual finisher. He like bounces on the top rope and then lets go and dives off just for a normal splash. But he calls it the diving splashy.
That doesn't sound devastating. It sounds adorable.
I know. It sounds like something a women's wrestler would have, which sounds kind of bad because
it sounds like something Hugger Bailey.
You know what? That sounds like Doink's finisher. That sounds like that should be his finisher, the diving splash.
I liked Evil Doink better.
So after that, Fraction came out on that little, I don't even know what you call it, the little elevated area that the NXT has. And they're like, you know what? We're glad you guys won. You have your title match on Saturday at Vengeance Day. There's going to be a lot of good matches there in that.
Yeah, there is.
The next match, which I really liked, JDC versus Lexis King for the NXT Heritage Cup. I don't know why, but I love Lexis King's entrance with the whole, he sits on the throne and it like comes in from the side. I really like that.
The facial hair too. That's something.
That's something. The one thing I noticed, so JDC, as we said last week, used to be Fandango. I noticed on his, I want to say it's his left arm, because he showed it like when they were doing the thing. He went like this. He's got a Bray Wyatt tattoo and then a Brody Lee tattoo. And the Brody one says, yeah, yeah, yeah behind it. It's really cool. Like the Bray's up here. There's other random ones, but those are the two that I noticed. And I was like, that's really cool.
Yeah, it is.
Because Bray's got like the hat on and it looks like, it's really weird, but it looks like there's like red, like a red X over his face kind of. And I thought that was really neat. The match was all right. They changed it to, so the Heritage Cup used to be 5 3-minute rounds, I think, or something. But Lexis King was like, no, now it's going to be one pin, no rounds, whatever. So he went with the coronation off the top rope, which I really like that move too. I don't know why Lexis King, man. Even when he was in AEW,
yeah,
I really like him.
I mean, look who his dad is.
I mean, yeah. Next was my least favorite match of the night. The only squash match. Nikita Lyons versus Zarya. Zarya wins with the F5. I'm not a Nikita Lyons fan.
I'm not.
I don't know. And I didn't know this either. I saw a video of it. She apparently like failed as a rapper, so she decided to become like an NXT wrestler. Because she was, remember those old shows back in the day with like Flavor of Love with Flavor Flav and like it all rolled, like it went to New York and then it all rolled off. She was on like, I think it was like Last Chance of Love with the two, like it was like the one dude's name was Chance and like his brother was something else. She was on that show trying to become a rapper. And then she just fell off and now all of a sudden she's in NXT. I don't know, it's really weird. My big pop of the night, we're just sitting there watching, waiting for the main event to start. Somebody comes walking down out of the crowd. Ricky Starks, baby.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh man. He sat there. Ricky Stark chants going off, going crazy. You hear the commentators. I know who that is. What's he doing here? I know him. He hit it. The Ricky Starks chants. People know who he is. He says NXT is the future. He's the superstar of the future. This is the hottest brand. He's the hottest free agent. Don't let the handsome face and fragrance fool you. He's here to turn the place upside down. And then his catchphrase is always, the revolution is televised. So he's like, when will the revolution be televised? I'm here, ain't I? Drops the mic and leaves. My only scary part is they never said Ricky Starks.
They're not going to change his name. They can't.
That was, I couldn't believe it.
Hunter, since they took over, they did not do that to many people.
He became free over the weekend? Maybe? I don't even know. Monday?
If Vince was still in charge, Penta wouldn't be Penta.
Oh my God, no.
He'd be like,
Penta wouldn't have the mask on.
He would be like Square or Octagon.
So the main event last night of NXT, Ridge Holland versus Tony D'Angelo for the NXT North American title. I really thought Ridge Holland was going to win. I'm glad he didn't because I love Tony D and the family.
Yeah.
Tony D did win. After the match, the rest of the family was going in to celebrate, and Ridge Holland came out and bust all of them through the steps. They fought in the back. So the two girls were in the ring with Tony D'Angelo. And why can't I think of his name? The Perfect 10. Ty Dillinger came out. Sean Spears, Ty Dillinger, whatever. Sean Spears came out with his two guys, which I can't remember. They're two random ones. Izzy Dane was in the ring, pretending to be part of the family. She cracks him in the back of the knee. The rest of them come in. The family stuck on the outside because a chain got wrapped around. So that looks like there's that next feud because you can have even a 4-on-4 even because they have they both have 3 guys and a girl.
I think that'd be pretty interesting.
I thought it was a good way to end it. I do feel like Tony D's getting near his end of and like Tony D, Trick. There's a couple of them that are near the end of their NXT run that are about to come up.
I agree.
And that feels like a way to do it. Even Roxanne, like, we'll talk about it later, but she's announced for a match on Raw. Is that her Raw call-up?
I mean, that was the end of NXT, right?
Yeah.
So that could, excuse me, that could lead us right into some of the news that's happened outside recently.
That could.
So all these guys are really at the cusp of being called up to the next level. And then there was actually just a big amount of releases that just happened. Some of them
were shocking.
Some of them
I could not believe.
Yes, 100%. I have all of them written down. So I have Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows.
Could not believe.
Sonya Deville.
That's another shock. She was just in the Rumble. She had a fantastic match in the Rumble.
Blair Davenport, Elektra Lopez, Cedric Alexander. He'll be in AEW.
Hurt Syndicate.
Giovanni Vinci.
He always gets released.
He does. AOP.
That's a shocker because they're
like in the middle.
They're in the middle, but I feel like that happens every time because the last time they got released, they were with Rollins.
Paul Ellering.
I mean, he's part of AOP, like.
And this one was the most shocking. Isla Dawn.
It really is because she was literally just a tag team champ.
Yeah.
And now we haven't seen them for a while, but we haven't seen
the Unholy Union.
I can't think of the other one's name.
Alba Fire.
Yeah, we haven't seen her in a while.
But nobody said anything about her, so is she right? I love them as a team.
They were a good tag team.
Yeah. Well, I liked them when they were the spooky witchy.
Yeah.
But then when they started to be more serious, I didn't. Why not just stay with that?
Stay because
they weren't doing supernatural weird things.
No, they weren't doing Bray Wyatt Undertaker type things, but they were just doing like I get it. I don't know why we're both paused out of nowhere, but yeah, I get it.
See, pauses are like RKOs.
Oh my god, they come out of nowhere. So, something I have in the news that was interesting. Ray's match against Logan Paul on Raw, that was his 1,500th WWE match.
Was it really?
Yeah. That's insane. 1,500 match. I would love to do it. I would love to do it. Maybe we can do that as an episode of the pod. The wrestlers with the most wrestling matches. Because I feel like even like Tommy Dreamer still wrestles now. He's got to have that many plus.
And that's Ray's 1,500th match or WWE?
1,500th WWE match. And he was...
That doesn't count.
I don't know. So obviously it doesn't count Lucha Underground.
It doesn't count WCW?
I wonder if that counts WCW because they bought WCW.
He was in ECW too.
He was in ECW. So the tweet literally said Ray's match versus Logan Paul was his 1,500th WWE match.
You know what? We're going to have to look into that. That's really interesting.
But yeah. That'd be a cool episode to do of like wrestlers with the most amount of matches.
I did have this part to kind of piggyback off the WWE releases. There was 3 AEW releases.
Well, releases are they just contract expired because they're technically free agents. They don't have the 90-day...
They don't have but I think their contracts did go a little further, but they were granted a release. They don't have a 90-day thing, though.
They don't have a 90-day thing. I don't know if WWE has it. I know AEW has it to where if your contract's supposed to end today, but you've been hurt for 30 days, they add on those 30 days. I don't know if WWE has that.
That's why they have Rey Fenix still stuck in the contract.
That's why he's still
and they're not going to let him go because Penta's over.
I don't think... Obviously, they don't have the 90-day thing because... Who was one of them?
Yeah. Ricky Starks was one of them. We already talked about that. He just
showed up.
Miro is another one. Or Rusev for our strictly WWE fans. And then lastly...
I mean, we saw this one coming. We've been
Malachi Black.
We've been talking about it for weeks now.
Now, see, I thought he was going to be in the Rumble, but I didn't know he was still under contract.
Yeah, I didn't know either because he did put out on his Instagram story he was watching an old Rumble.
Well, Cardona literally puts out every year that he's...
Yeah, but wherever there's a big wrestling pay-per-view, there's always like a con, and he's like, hey, I'm going to be at this con, hey, I'm going to be at this con. Like,
the man's a genius.
No, he
got himself over.
He is.
But Malachi Black, Aleister Black, I'm excited about
excited for that. Miro, I was never a Miro fan. Miro Rusev, I was
a big Rusev fan back in the beginning when he like...
The funny thing about him, remember when he first came up and he didn't wear boots?
Yeah.
He was at... I don't know if it was a Raw or SmackDown, but he was in a dark match up here at our arena. Got hurt his ankle. That's the last time he stopped wearing. That's when he started wearing boots. He hurt his ankle up here in a match.
He's a big guy jumping
I know, yeah, I know. But he did. I mean, all his NXT career, in his call up in the beginning, he didn't wear any. And I remember him getting injured up here, and that's when he started wearing boots.
Well, since there was so many releases, there was a report that WWE filed for 12 trademarks for potential new in-ring names.
Some of these names he's told. I've seen them. I didn't like look at them, but he was just telling me some before we started, and I'm like, okay.
Some of them aren't bad. Some of them are a little out there, but my personal opinion, because I didn't read this anywhere, I feel like these names are for like the newer wrestlers that are going to be coming into like Evolve and stuff like that.
I mean, it makes sense.
You're not going to change the name of an established star.
Right.
This is not Vince anymore.
Right. I mean, it still scares me that when Ricky Starks came out, nobody said his name. Maybe there's some kind of thing where they couldn't, but like,
or they just knew that literally the entire audience was chanting Ricky Starks. What do you got?
Oh, they're going to say the names.
Oh, do you want me to say the names?
I thought you were going to say the names.
I do have the names right now.
That's my fault.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I was wondering if you were interested in hearing the names.
I actually was, yeah. That I am.
Well, without further ado, I shall continue.
All right, Kenny Omega.
We have Harley Riggins, Aria Bennett, Braxton Cole, Mason Holiday, Summer Sorrell, Hayes Jameson, Tate Wilder, Jax Presley, Osiris Griffin, Trill London, and Chantel Monroe. So
those are some like really.
I mean, some of them are good names, but some of them are a little iffy. But I mean, there's nothing weird like Butch or Dewdrop. Yeah, at least there's some.
They're actually like actual like if you're walking down the street and you meet somebody, like if they say that's their name, you're like, oh, okay, I could see that. So going along with my Ray fact from before, WWE was getting cease and desist letters from Marvel and DC for Ray to stop wearing their costumes.
Really?
I never knew that.
I never knew that.
And it's kind of like, it kind of makes sense because I don't think he's done it in a while, but they were both sending him cease and desist of like, hey, we're gonna take some of the money if you keep doing that.
Disney versus Endeavor.
Yeah, but even DC, the Warner Brothers versus Endeavor.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, nobody cares about DC.
Here we go again. Yo, there's been like 3 weeks in a row now DC's been brought up and Marvel. That's kind of weird.
That might be my promo this week.
That's fine. I don't
cut my promo on DC.
I have to figure out one still. Yeah, what do you have? What's next?
What?
What do you have next?
So to talk about the Elimination Chamber. One, there's a rumor that Trish is going to make an appearance at the Chamber.
I saw that.
Because it is in her hometown.
I saw that, which makes sense.
But what I do have about the Chamber is, so far, there is 4 people in each match, men's and women's. So for the men's, we have Cena, Punk, Drew, and Logan Paul.
I forgot about Drew. Okay.
And then the women's, we have Liv, Bianca, Bliss, and Bayley so far. That's shaping. The women's is actually the women's more impressive. Yeah. There's 2 more participants left for each. They announced the men's qualifying matches and the women's qualifying matches for the upcoming SmackDown and Raw. So for the men's, we have Jacob Fatu, Braun Strowman, and Damian Priest in a triple threat.
Yeah, that's going to be a good match.
Oh, they're just going to beat each other
That's going to be a good match.
And then for the other men qualifier, we have Seth versus Finn.
That's a good one, too.
Yes. Women qualifiers, we have Chelsea Green versus Naomi. And we got Roxanne versus Raquel.
I can see Naomi winning, and you got the women's tag team in there. Because Bianca's already in there.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I would love to see Raquel win.
I feel like...
Or Roxanne.
I feel like that's Roxanne's call up to the roster.
It might be, yeah.
I guess we'll find out if she wins or not. Because obviously if she wins... I mean, I guess you could have an NXT person in there, but...
Well, I did say that Jordan Grace is going to be making her appearance soon. She is going to start in NXT.
I saw that too, yeah. So, fact about the Elimination Chamber. I don't have written down, but I like that I know this. That was built in Scranton, Pennsylvania. The original one. I know somebody that was welding it.
That is really interesting.
I don't know if it's still the same one. I don't know if they've... I swear I read something somewhere where they've shrunk it down. But the original one ever built was built in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
And do you remember from our last episode who has the most chamber wins?
I don't remember.
Triple H.
That's right.
Mr. Hall of Famer.
Mr. Hall of Famer.
Times 2.
So, I didn't know this till last night. I saw a little clip on Twitter. And I went back and saw the actual clip from the show, and I saw it. Grayson Waller played the first young Ric Flair on Young Rock. I know you didn't see Young Rock. It's like an episode. I don't think it's him throughout the whole series because I know there's an actual Ric Flair that talks. But during the second episode, it's just Rocky Johnson versus Ric Flair. It's Grayson Waller as Ric Flair.
Yeah, when you have kids, it's really hard to keep up with shows and everything.
I mean, it was an okay show. It was all right. I liked it.
I want to see it.
I don't like that it got canceled.
I'm not saying I don't want to.
Right. I don't like that it got canceled or stopped.
It's hard enough to watch wrestling the way it is.
Doesn't help when it's on every night.
That's why I wait till everybody goes to bed and watch it and fall asleep.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's on every night.
It is.
I'm okay with it.
So, I don't really have anything else for news. How about you? Do you got anything else to wrap it up?
I have two things. The one is kind of random. So Sabrina Carpenter was doing a video in her house, like I guess just singing a song in front of her computer with a Young Buck shirt on. Really weird. Like Sabrina Carpenter with a Young Buck shirt on. So then they saw it and they made the t-shirt of her wearing the t-shirt. 2 nights ago, Saturday night, there was a pay-per-view for New Japan. They were defending the titles. They came out with the shirt of her wearing their shirt. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
I did watch the Penta. Penta was on Chris Van Vliet. He had a couple other guys on, but I only watched the Penta one. Nothing really stuck out to me besides when he won the world title in TNA, he wasn't under contract. Which is kind of... Like, I could see maybe like a tag title, the mid-card title. But to have the world title not under a contract is kind of weird for... I mean, it's not recent. It's been a couple of years now, but...
So maybe he's just that well-known and well-respected that they knew he wasn't going to do anything, like, shady with it. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, just up and leave and show up on WWE with their belt or something, you know?
His time in TNA, he was really good.
Alundra Blaze, when she showed up in WCW.
With the belt and just threw the belt right in the trash can. Right in the trash can. That's all the news I got.
That's all the news I have.
Do you have a promo?
Do I have a promo?
It's promo time. Do you have a promo? Don't cut it on my fridge.
I might have to cut a promo.
I'm sitting here thinking I have a promo. It's not my best one, but I have a promo.
I have multiple promos. Go. Do you want to go or do you want me to go?
No, go ahead.
Do you want me to go?
Go ahead.
My number one promo for this week is this man's refrigerator.
Oh my god.
Upon opening the refrigerator.
It's not that bad.
It's not bad. It's not dirty. First of all,
nothing's expired in there.
Let me start out by saying it's not dirty. He's a clean individual, contrary to how he looks.
I know when I showered last.
But this man, like I said, sauce packets.
There's nothing wrong with sauce packets.
Why do you have 174 sauce packets? There's
nothing wrong with having... Do you eat your French fries dry?
No.
Do you not use sauce?
I don't know if anybody has noticed this, but when you go into the grocery store, there's an aisle for condiments.
I have them. Okay, but I also have sauce packets from like Chick-fil-A. What's wrong with that?
You have sauce packets that have the Hamburglar on them. That's how old they are.
I do not.
I saw Grimace in your fridge when I opened the door.
You saw Grimace in the mirror.
This man has 67 slices of cheese.
They're not 67. It's the big pack from Sam's Club.
That's a lot of cheese.
I make grilled cheeses. What do you want from me?
I don't know if he's buying that much cheese to save money on toilet paper. Because we know what happens when you eat that much cheese. But all I'm saying is that's a lot of cheese. And energy.
First of all, it's not even real cheese because it's the Kraft cheese, so it's good forever.
I mean, you have 11 bottles of iced tea.
I have 4. Gallons. They're the big gallons. They're on. Do you not when something's on sale? Do you not buy it?
All I seen.
Oh my god!
In your fridge was drinks, beverages, and sauce packets.
Yeah, the food's in the freezer part. You don't have in the freezer.
That's all I'm saying. It looks like you were like literally having.
First of all, there's creamer for my coffee. There's bagels in there. There's bread in there. There's actual food in there.
Okay, so what do you dip your bagels in your Chick-fil-A packets? Is that what's happening?
No, there's cream cheese in there for the bagels.
That's my promo. That's my promo on his fridge.
All right, well, I'm going to change my promo around a little bit now.
What's that?
Because my promo was on myself, but now my promo's on you.
What about me?
We're at work Sunday. You know, we get moved around because that's what we do because we're the good guys. I look at you at 5 o'clock and I said, we're not leaving. We're leaving 6:30 no matter what today. We do it every Sunday. Today, we're getting moved around everywhere. We're leaving at 6:30. We're doing stuff. I look at my watch. What time is it? 6:37. What a shocker. Because we're there again past 6:30.
Yeah.
I was ready to leave at 6:30, but no, let me go look again and see if I can find this headset. Hold on. Let me look for the third time in the same spot.
Listen.
And then where was it? Not even, it was in the office.
Listen.
Because neither one of you were able to see it.
First of all, I live my life by the 3 I's.
Oh, okay, Kurt Angle.
Intensity, integrity, and intelligence.
Well, the third one's out the window.
So, maybe 2 I's. Intensity and integrity. So, I wanted to do the right thing. No, you're right, though, because I was the one that was pumping you up and saying, oh, no, we gotta leave, we're not staying late, blah, blah, blah. And I was the one that ended up keeping us there longer. But then again, I didn't handcuff you. I didn't hold your sauce packages hostage. But
we went outside for the team day meeting. We were like, you left me. Where did you go? We can't leave each other, first of all. No matter what, we can't leave each other.
No.
Nobody else is going to have our backs like we have our backs.
But you might not talk to me anymore after I talk about my second promo, which is on...
You already forgot.
No, I know what it is. I was just waiting to see what you were doing.
Okay.
If there was a crowd here, they'd be cheering, so I gotta wait until they calm down. I gotta give them a minute. And then let's go back. Ready?
Yeah, ready.
DC versus Marvel.
Oh, I thought you were going to do the other one.
No.
There's no...
Because you know what? I'm sick of
promo for DC versus Marvel.
I'm literally sick of you just sitting here, all pompous.
I watch both! What are you talking about?
All pompous about Superman.
I watch both. What are you talking
promos
about?
On Superman. What are you looking for? Somebody behind?
No, see if there's other stuff besides 2 Superman.
Clark Kent behind?
I'm looking for things besides 2 Superman posters right there.
You know why Clark Kent's not behind me? Because he sucks. That's why he's not.
I have a Marvel sign right there. I watch both. What are you talking about?
I know you watch both.
I can't help it that Superman's the best out of all of them. What Superman do you want from me?
First of all, he wears his underwear outside of his pants.
What's wrong? So does Captain Underpants isn't wearing the underwear. He's a superhero.
He's not in this. Let's not bring him in. He's okay. He's fine.
So here's my very important question.
DC is literally a bunch of overpowered people. Like, Marvel is so balanced. And that's what makes it good. Like, DC, what's your face? What's your face?
No, go ahead. No, I don't have anything. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm the strongest and fastest guy in the world. Oh, this little green thing is going to make me go slow. Oh, no. No, stupid. He's dumb. Hate him.
Okay, that's fine. Now do your promo in the Chiefs. So
now I appreciate your birthday gift.
Now do your promo in the Chiefs so we can get out of here. It's already over an hour.
It was a backhanded gift because Superman was forefront on that bag. I got home, almost threw up twice, held it in because the appreciation I had was still there.
I need alcohol.
So do I.
Are you going to do a promo on the Chiefs now?
I'm not going to do a promo on the Super Bowl. You know why? Because I hate...
My man Kendrick. That's all I'm going to say.
That's all I'm going to say. There's nothing bad about Kendrick's performance.
My man Kendrick.
Just like those other podcasts out there. They not like us.
And with that...
But I will say... no, I won't say congratulations.
No, I get to hear enough of it over the weekend.
Nah, screw the Eagles.
Between Mike and Chris, you never hear the end of it this weekend.
So. No, I'm going to literally get chewed out by every...
Get earplugs so you don't have to hear it.
I'm going to hear that stupid song.
Why can't we get earplugs?
That's it.
That's it?
I even had someone send me a text message right after Zoom. Kissy face. I've been talking shit all week. Sends me a kissy face. Did I deserve it? Yeah. Yeah, I did, actually. But you know what? Still bothers me. This would be like seeing Cena win a title before he retires.
I don't need to see that. That's fine. He doesn't have to win a title before he retires.
You know what? Now you got me all fired up. I'm thirsty. See what
That's
happens?
not my fault. I didn't do anything.
No, because of stupid Superman.
Oh my god.
That's all we got to talk about.
There's Batman's right there.
I'm okay with Batman. He's okay.
You're right. He is okay because he's just a normal person that just wears spandex because he wants to. You're right.
This is a wrestling podcast. They all wear spandex.
You started. No, they don't all wear spandex. John Cena wears jean shorts. He wears deep with jorts back on the map.
They have no map. No map.
I'm pretty sure your boy Rollins wears latex, not spandex.
First of all, leave Seth out of this. He did not do nothing to you.
He hit. You know what he did? He hit Roman in the back with a chair, which caused everything to go down. That's what he did.
Which caused wrestling to be great again with the Bloodline?
No, not really, because before that, they were trying to get him over with the Rock in the ring, and they booed the hell out of him.
No. See, you're just trying to turn this around on Seth because I came at your boy, freaking Superman.
That's fine.
Man of Steel.
Whatever. That's fine.
What? Steal these nuts. How about that?
Oh and with
that.
This was fun. I kind of like that part. With the that was good. I like that. I think that's it for the week, though.
Yeah, that's it for the
guys. If we didn't tell you, by the way, we have merch. If we didn't tell you,
and we are going to have a lot more coming too eventually.
Come and find us. I mean, if you don't work with us and you want some, put a comment down. We'll figure out how to reach you. But,
we'll get it to you. 100%.
If you work with us and we don't have anything yet, come and find us. We got a lot here still.
Might take us a minute because unfortunately we can't fly like Superman, but we'll get it to you. Don't worry about it.
All right, that's it. That's it for this week for the weekly the weekly rewind. I'm not cutting it out either. That's fine. I don't care. None of this is being cut out.
No, this is all staying in. This is beautiful.
Till next week, or if you watch the podcast, till tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Later, guys.